Well.
Look who's here again. Hi everyone.
I'm Anna. I'm Rina.
I'm Trisha, and you're listening to My Book Bestie Said It's Good, a podcast by three friends with different book tastes. Sit back, relax, and get bookish with us.
Today, we're exposing each other for the books we were forced to read by each other. Mm-hmm. Whether we love them or not. So yeah. Before we start, don't forget to follow us on Spotify and social media. It really helps us and supports us. So yeah, let's go. So Rina, I want to know one book that you read because of one of us.
Okay, you always put me on the spotlight first, like...
That is true.
Okay, so more recently, what I remember is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries, and I read it because of you, Anna.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it was actually really cute and delivered what you said it would deliver. So like the winter vibes, and the romance was cute.
The romance was good, but I didn't know it was him at the beginning of the book. So I didn't know who the love interest would be.
It was also, I didn't think it was super obvious.
Exactly.
Because I was wondering if it was this guy, the son of the person that she rented the house from. And then I was like, she's mentioning him a lot though. So then he came and I was like, hey, it's a you. And by the way... And I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, should we keep this spoiler free?
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep it spoiler free.
Okay.
But it is a very good book.
Yeah.
I recommend it a lot.
I'm very excited to read the other two. Did you read it?
No, not yet, because I want the physical book.
Okay.
To put next to the one you brought me.
Yeah.
I actually read it because you gifted it to me.
Yes. And then I read it because you read it to me.
What goes around
comes around. What about you, Trisha? What was a book that you read because of us, like of one of us?
So I got Practice Makes Perfect recommended from Anna, that I think
I got from Rina.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a circle happening here.
It was, yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I think it was like a 4 out of 5 read. I don't remember it very well, honestly, but I remember it was pleasant.
Just to, I don't know, give you a little reminder. It's between the bodyguard from the main character of the first book, which you didn't read.
Yeah.
And the sister of the male character of the first book.
Yeah. I always forget what the book is about. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
I remember I was like giggling, kicking my feet. I liked it. Like, it was not my favorite read ever, but it was a good recommendation. Like,
it was
a
really
nice...
cute.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I think I read it at the best of time because I was feeling it, and I gave it 5 stars actually.
And maybe you didn't find your niche at the time you read this book. I don't remember. So maybe you're like, oh my god, it's I don't know.
Maybe
I'm just thinking it could be the
could be.
Yeah. I'm there for all the romance recommendations.
You won't get many recommendations from me then. I mean, not true. I can read some.
She read Lights Out because of you.
That's true. And the verdict.
I mean, I think we share the same feelings about the book. Like, we really liked maybe the first half of the book, like the story and stuff. But then there was a plot twist that we were not expecting. That personally, it was not the worst thing. Like, I kind of accepted it. And there was some funny situations coming from that plot twist. But I understand why you didn't like it.
Yeah, it's just not my style. Like, the second part is definitely not my style. The beginning was so funny. I was having fun. It was not like, again, not the best read of my life, but I was really entertained. But then it was like, oh no, this is getting, very dragged for me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's entertaining, it's like funny, and it's a very good I think it's a very good book to introduce you to like dark romance, darker themes at least.
I read it, but you listened to the audiobook, right?
Yes. I mean, I did half as I always do.
Yeah. But I think that's a book that is better as audiobook.
Oh, I love the audiobook.
Yeah.
Like the voice actors knew what they were doing.
Yeah. I bought it. So
Because of us.
because of you.
One of us.
Your book bestie said it was good. So
I shall read it.
Yes.
Or listen to it.
yeah. Is there a book that you wanted to read and now you don't want to read anymore because one of us said it was bad?
I need to think about
I
that.
have
don't
an
remember.
example. So like you read God of Malice, and because you were like very conflicted about the book, for me it was automatically yeah, okay, then I'm not gonna read it, you know?
I'm like
As an example.
I didn't care about the book and you were conflicted and I'm like
You want to
now I
read it?
want to read it.
Oh, so different, yeah, different opinions here.
Mhm.
I hate being put in this situation.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. It's fair. But it's because I don't want to stop you from trying a book just because for me it was conflicting. Because I liked the book.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the situations.
It was like your first dark romance,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Normal.
that's why I was like, now I'm curious to see.
Mhm.
Because my only dark romance was Lights Out, which for me is not really that much dark romance. I think like I haven't read an actual like haunting Adeline type of dark romance. So I'm curious.
I'm not gonna say that I don't like the idea of something without trying, so I just want to try.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it. What other books did you read because of us?
I read Divine Rivals because of you, Rina, but we read it at the same time. So you said you wanted to read it, and I was like, oh, it sounds really cute. I'll read it with you.
We did like a buddy read kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we loved it. I mean, I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It was a 5-star.
So I don't know
read
if
for
that
me.
counts as like a recommendation where my book bestie said. Because we read it at the same time, so it wasn't like you read and you were
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, I saw it and I was like, oh, what about this? And you liked the story and you're like, okay, let's like kind of read it together. I also read Lights Out at the same time as Trisha. So, it's still a recommendation, I would say.
I was like before the 50% mark when I was like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun with this. Yeah, and then you started because of me. Yeah. I mean,
I also read The 7 Year Slip because of you, Rina.
It's on my TBR because both of you said it is really good.
Yeah, it's magical realism. It's really nice. It's really good.
I think I'm gonna love it, but I'm leaving it for
when you feel it.
When I feel like reading romance again.
Yeah.
And then you read Milking Farm because of me.
Yes, I did. I read Morning Milking Farm because of you and 1984.
Yeah. Completely different things.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But I liked both. I preferred 1984, actually.
Okay.
But the Milking Farm was a fun read. It was a hilarious read, actually.
You know, when you're confused if you should be laughing, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I think Anna doesn't relate. She was just like, what the hell is happening all the time?
I think it's because you're more visual than me. Like, I wasn't imagining a Minotaur. I was just, some big dude. I know.
And then there was also a guy with the face of a hyena. I was like, well, what?
It's so crazy that you remember that because I didn't. I was like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, I definitely wanted to try that one, but I don't know.
It's going to be weird as hell if you can visualize stuff.
Listen to the audiobook. Okay. It's so quick. It's like 4 hours.
Yeah?
4 or 6 hours.
But it was like 6 hours. Super fast. And actually what pushed me in the beginning to it was the sort of critique. She's a millennial. She doesn't have a job, even though she has a master's. It's a critique to society that she has studied so much, but still can't find a job in these financial times. And I was like, this is so interesting. And then suddenly bam. For everyone that is listening to this. Disclaimer. It was just a fun read. Don't start thinking weird things.
Well, we read Unhinged together. So
True. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Unhinged.
That was a ride.
I still say as a door. Up to today, as a door.
My friends bully me at least weekly because they discovered that I was reading this book. My non-reader friends, by the way. Like disclaimer.
You just
because these
them.
girls understand me,
Yes.
but outside people don't understand why I would read a romance with a door. But here, there's no judgment in the circle.
No judgment
Yes,
here.
no judgment. Like I just turn to those people and ask, how many books have you read this year? And then they say, I haven't read since high school. And I'm like, yep,
Well,
you can't judge.
yeah, maybe you should read this book.
Yeah, maybe you should read
about doors.
something that's more than a menu or,
What roast is this?
I know, right?
I have a lot of hate in my heart.
I love when you get feisty.
Girl, stop.
I just want to say I think it's really cute the fact that each one of us has like their own favorite genre, but we kind of try to go out of it to try to read each other's like styles. I think I didn't do this with you, Trisha, yet, but I wanted to get into some classics maybe soon. But I know that I read some fantasy books, romantasy, because of you, Anna. So yeah, and you kind of changed my mind about fantasy, like because I started my fantasy journey with Fourth Wing, which we also read together. And I mean, I liked it, but I read The Bridge Kingdom, which you recommended me, and I really loved it. Thank you for that.
But I think from what I kind of understand is that you don't enjoy the political side of fantasies.
I think that sometimes they're just too much, to be honest. And like all the names of these places that they're fictitious, and because of that I can't really imagine it well. So in my mind it's just very confusing. But in this case, in Bridge Kingdom, but the politics were actually very easy to understand. I also like the writing. So it's like a very direct writing, so I think that's why it was fine for me. But yeah, mostly I don't like like you said, the politics.
I have a completely different problem with fantasy. I mean, it's not too different, but what bothers me more, I know this is going somewhere else. What usually bothers me more is how repetitive fantasy gets, in the sense that books are very similar. Like
in
it's
the series,
always,
you mean, or
no,
with each other?
With each other. It's always like heroine girl who is, small and fragile, goes to conquer the world in this magical, I don't know.
No, I think it's a good point. Yes, sometimes that happens. In a lot of them, you see this female main character that it's fragile or doesn't know that she has powers or her family or her background, and she's actually, I don't know, a princess. I don't know.
She goes to trials even though her odds are really not on her favor, and then the prince wants her. I don't know.
But I like that. But what makes every book different is not only the other characters, but also their different adventures and different writing of the world, normally a different magical system, if there's magic, or just a different world with different problems, with different people. And I love to read about other worlds and the politics of those worlds in war in general.
I like that as well. And I really liked Fourth Wing, but I think I enjoyed it so much because I didn't know that many fantasy books. Before that, I read the first book of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I loved it. And then I read Fourth Wing, and it was so fast-paced. And, I read Harry Potter as well, but still, it's not comparable. And then I tried Powerless, not because you directly told me to try it, but I heard that you really liked it, and I was so disappointed. And then we read Quicksilver, and it was again like this girl and this world. And like,
But I did not like Quicksilver.
I know, but fantasy in general.
I understand, but for example, I think you're reading similar fantasies.
Yeah, there's a lot of
as well.
There's a lot of kinds of fantasies. So like maybe it's about finding the one that you would like.
I think you would enjoy Mistborn.
Maybe.
By Brandon Sanderson. That book is amazing.
I think so too. I think I would enjoy it. It has really good reviews.
I love that book. You should try it when you're feeling a fantasy, I guess. You should try that one. Yeah. Not you, Rina. You would not like that book.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
No.
If it doesn't have romances in its only fantasy,
it does have romance actually. But it's a subplot.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it might surprise me. I will not say, oh, I don't want to read it, because we actually never know. Maybe I like the writing, maybe I like the world. But mostly I would lean towards like romantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Because, but this also happens with romance books. They're almost like all the same.
But I will eat it up because it makes my
heart all fuzzy and warm.
Yeah.
But that's the same for me with fantasy. That's exactly what I feel with fantasy. I'll eat that up.
I guess it's just because I visualize it less. And with romance, like, oh, he said something nice, hee hee.
Okay.
You know? Like, yeah.
But for me, I feel that all romances are similar. But again, they're different in their characters, tropes, etc. And their writing depends on the author. And that's why I use them as like a palate cleanser from fantasy. So going one fantasy, one romance, one fantasy, one romance.
I have this feeling about romance and about fantasy. And like some are equal, like all of them are equal. Some are more equal than others, but
Yeah, I know.
Quoting George Orwell.
But yeah, I read the 1984 because of you. And if anyone wants to try a fantasy in their fantasy,
a dystopian,
this classic, and they're afraid to read it, just listen to the audiobook. It's amazing.
Andrew Garfield.
You convinced me, girls.
Listen to the audiobook. It's just amazing. And it's really short. It's like...
It's 200 something pages, actually. Yeah, it's not that big.
I think it's 2 hours of the audiobook.
Oh, yeah. That's super fast. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of classics I want to try that Trisha recommended, but they seem to never be my priority. I feel kind of bad about it because I think like, oh my God, I have so many books that I want to read and releases and stuff that I feel like the classics, because they are not so interesting for me, like I would need to think while I read them, and they're not my cup of tea.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. In general, I always put them in the back burner, but I shouldn't.
They're not like the new hot stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Not everyone is talking about Pride and Prejudice, you know? I mean,
actually, the new covers are really cute.
They are cute. Yeah. I mean, the internet didn't like them, but...
we like them.
I think they're cute.
As long as people read, I don't care.
True. It's not so much about, people are talking about something else. Because sometimes I read romance books that people are not really talking about. I don't know, you know. Yeah. It's more about myself, like what I want to read or don't want to read, like how I prioritize stuff.
You made me read a romance that I don't see anywhere. Which one?
Mrs. Nash's Ashes.
I cannot say this. Mrs. Nash's Ashes. Mrs. Nash's Ashes, yeah. And I really liked it. It's so good.
I know. It's really cute and sad and everything. Yeah.
It's really well done.
Book Bestie.
Book Bestie
My book Bestie said it's good. And it really is.
Yeah.
And it's super underrated.
I know.
Yeah.
It's really good. I don't know the name of the author. I'm sorry.
Right,
yeah. But yeah. I think it's the only book called Mrs. Nash's Ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else would name. Yeah.
So yeah, just look it up. It's really good.
I heard that you read Ice Planet Barbarians because of
listened.
me. You listened.
I listened to it. It was my first monster. Monster?
Is it
paranormal?
It's
paranormal.
Alien. Yeah. It's paranormal romance.
Paranormal romance. It was a surprise.
The first one is always a surprise.
It was a surprise.
What?
I remember I was sitting and I was completely oblivious to the world. I was just listening to it. I was like, what is happening?
Why is he suddenly... Okay, no spoilers, but you have to read.
I think I started it. I started the audiobook, but then, I don't know. I was just not feeling it. So I listened like to 5% and I was like, next time.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend this book to a lot of people.
No.
To, you know, to you girls.
Yeah, this book is,
oh my God.
if you want something different.
Yeah, exactly.
But beware that if you love this, it's a big ass series.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know, 50 books.
Yeah.
Something like this. I only read the first 3. Then I'm like, I'm not invested enough to continue.
I just read this one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here because I cannot have 50 something books to read.
Yeah.
When you recommend me, I don't know, like Powerless or something, I'm like, do I want to read all of these books? Like, it really intimidates me.
I love
want
series.
this commitment?
I love series.
No.
I don't even love romance. Like, I prefer standalone romances. But yeah.
But romance series have the tendency of having different main characters.
Yes.
While fantasy series, they're usually about the same characters.
Yeah, but that's why it makes me want to read romance series more, because I don't want to.
No, I know, but you said you didn't like series, not even in...
Yeah, I mean, I read them, but I prefer not to. You know, like if there's, unless it's an author I really like, but I prefer not to.
Okay, so you both prefer standalone.
Yes, definitely.
I
don't
love
want the
series.
Commitment.
I love series so much.
I mean, I'm fine with like duologies. Like in fantasy, it's fine, but more than 2 books, it's a solid no for me.
What?
I'm afraid of getting disappointed. Like, I might love the first book or the second, and then the third is really bad. And I'm like, oh.
And it
you know
ruins
what
the
I'm
whole
talking
thing.
about?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
about. Fourth wing.
She did not like...
Personally,
Onyx Storm.
it was not my cup of tea.
It's fair. I'm not saying it's,
But that's what I'm afraid of, because now I invested this time and... I want to know what happens, but like,
But that's exactly my part, is I want to be in that world. I want to continue to know the characters. I want to continue with their journeys. I
understand. The same thing with Akotar. I found Akotar, like the first book was like 3-star, it's okay. But now I feel like I have to read the rest because I started this series and I want to know what's going to happen. But it feels like a burden. I would rather not read the series, I start a book, I finish the book, done,
Okay.
Check.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. If you read the first book of a series and you don't really like it, why would you continue with the series?
Because her book Bestie said the second one is really good.
Well, that makes sense.
And I feel like every third book talk post is about Akotar.
I mean, that doesn't really motivate me to read it.
Same actually. There are some books when they're too hyped, I'm like, I don't know.
I agree, but I kind of want to be in the conversation. Everyone's talking about it. I want to know what it's about.
But if you also are in a conversation, you know that people prefer Akomov to Akotar.
I know.
So if you want to be in a conversation, you need to read the second book.
Did you know Akotar was based on Beauty and the Beast?
Ah, yes, I've heard that.
I didn't know that.
So this is what we mean by pressure.
Yeah.
That we pressure each other to read. I mean, it's a good kind of pressure, I think.
Yes.
Right?
It's just motivation.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put it down on me.
And I do feel like our book club helped me to read on other genres.
Same.
Trisha, did you read any book because I recommended?
Not directly because you recommended, but I read Deep End because you like Elie Hazelwood, and I thought, okay, let's get into it. Let's get to know one of your favorite authors. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't have much to say about Lucas.
I know it was not your favorite thing.
Yeah, but I liked Lucas' voice actor. I love a good accent. It was nice. The rest of the book was okay.
But, I have the same feeling. Yeah. Even those spicy parts, I didn't like them that much, in the sense that I was expecting more. Look at me, all smutty. But like, I really was expecting more, and I feel like it didn't deliver. I like the male character. That's it. He holds the whole book in his shoulders.
That is true. But even then, there are better male characters.
Yeah, definitely true. Like, even from Ali herself.
And even the spicy parts, there are better spicy books out there.
I like how she wrote them, maybe, and the tension and stuff, but not more than that.
Yeah.
I rated it 4 because, I mean, it's Ali. I cannot rate it
I
less than that.
Yeah. For me, like 3.25, I guess. But I did enjoy it. It sounds like I didn't. Like a 3 is a good rating.
But, you know, I think this is also very personal because lately I've seen books that get rated with 3 and I go see the reviews and people are like, oh, it was a good read.
Yeah.
For me, 3 is not a good read. For me, 3
really?
is like, yeah, for me, 3 is like very mediocre.
We can make a whole episode on this.
True.
But this is why I don't like the 0 to 5 system. Because 3 is a positive rating, you know? I enjoyed it, but it was lacking on certain things.
Yeah, for me, if I gave a book 3 stars, it's because there was something definitely wrong, but it was still readable.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know.
a 2 for me.
Okay, for me, a 2 is like, oh my god, what the fuck is this shit?
If it's not even readable, it's a DNF.
True, but I never rate books 1 as well, so whatever.
Oh, I do. But like, has to be really not my thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm, exactly. So for me, that's why a 3 is like, you know? A 3.5 is...
Like a 2 is like, I read it, I wouldn't recommend it.
Mhm.
Oh no. For me, a 2 is like, what the hell was this disaster of a book? 3, I read
that's a
it, but
1.
I don't recommend it.
What is a 1 for you then?
There, it doesn't exist. There's no 1 for me.
So your 2 is your 1.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, it even annoys me that we can't give 0 stars. I wish I could give 0 stars.
You do
That's my
can.
1 star. I wish I could give 0.
I think I could never give 0 stars.
But it's like a personal opinion. I understand the writers put so much work into it. I know we're getting out of the theme.
Yeah.
The writer put so much work and love into it, but it's just my personal opinion. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you will not like it, you know?
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like some reviews are very harsh for authors, like without any need for it, to be honest. But this is me as a person.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
I'm not, yeah,
I
why are
mean,
you, yeah,
yeah.
why are you sorry?
Now, I would like us to finish this with recommendations. Each one gives a recommendation for the others. It can be individually
This is going to be
because of
hard.
tastes. Just something that comes to mind. It's okay.
Anna, I think you should read The Hobbit or Harry Potter. I already said this like a million times. I think you will enjoy maybe Harry Potter more than The Hobbit, but I think you will enjoy it. Maybe I'm wrong because it doesn't have romance.
I don't usually need it to have romance if
Yeah.
it's really good.
But I know you like romanticism.
Yeah, of course, I like
So,
a bit of romance. It's also good.
yeah. I think you would enjoy one of those.
Okay. And to Rina?
I need to think.
A classic.
I mean, yeah, sure.
No, honestly, I think the book that I read lately that I liked the most, that maybe you would like it as well, maybe not as much as I did, would be The Truth According to Amber by Danica Nava. I was expecting nothing from it because I just got it on Libby. I wanted a palate cleanser, whatever. I was very surprised with the audiobook. It was so entertaining. Like, I had fun.
I mean, with the way you described it, it seems like something I would be into.
It's not this giggling, kicking my feet type of romance. Like, it's not super
I mean, that's
fluffy.
fine, yeah.
But it's more like, oh my god, what is this person getting herself into?
Oh, I like this
Yeah,
as well.
so-
It's like if it's funny in a clumsy type of way.
Yeah.
I like characters that are like, you know, a mess.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Like, oh, girl, same. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm also
So-
a mess.
Well, definitely noted. What about you, Anna? What would you...
Recommend?
Yeah.
To Trisha, I'm going to say Mistborn. Because I think it could be one that you enjoy. However, it is a series.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
But I feel after reading the first one, I feel like you can stop there, but you will have some questions. So, but
No.
you are able to stop there if you want.
I think I will actually read it. Maybe not now,
Yeah.
but I think it's something that I would enjoy. I agree. I agree with your recommendation.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And to Rina, I would probably recommend Phantasma.
I really want to read it. So,
I would actually recommend you
okay.
either that, or I would recommend you to read The Serpents and the Wings of Night.
I also really want to read that.
Yeah, they're different. The Serpents and the Wings of Night is a romantasy, and Phantasma is a romance, but it's a bit more dark. It's like ghosts.
Romantasy?
No,
Oh.
not that I'm aware.
It's like paranormal?
Yeah.
Okay, ghosts.
Yeah, ghosts, devils, and trials.
Sammy.
Boo.
The way I describe Phantasma is Caraval meets Squid Games, in a way.
No, I'm just imagining the main character of Squid Game.
No, please don't.
So what I would recommend, maybe I can start with Anna, because I'm not sure what I would recommend.
Anna, and then you look at me. I was very confused.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I'm gonna start with Anna. So I already told you this before, I guess. I would definitely recommend Heartless Hunter to you.
I know.
It's really good, and I think it would be your type of thing. For Trisha, there's so many possibilities. I can recommend you romance. I can recommend you. I know this is in your TBR, and I want to recommend it because I really liked it. The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Oh my.
It's like really good, and I'm not a classics person. That or Brave New World. Maybe this one. It's good, and I see it's kind of your vibe.
It's going to be my vibe.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be my vibe. It's just there in the pile.
Yeah. So
You know,
like I read
gathering
it,
dust.
I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago. But I don't know, from what I remember of it, and I really liked it, like the social critique and stuff. And I think it's you.
I agree. Haven't read it, but I think so. I
Yeah.
think so too.
So those are my suggestions.
See, that wasn't hard. You did a great job.
Okay.
And it seems that we agree with each other's recommendations.
We're going to read it and then see if we continue agreeing.
Exactly. Yeah.
If your book, Bessie, says you have to read it, you have to read it.
Congratulations. Your TBR pile just got bigger.
I'm so used to it. It's fine.
1,000,000,001.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't even try anymore.
So yeah,
What would you recommend to us?
yes.
Knowing our tastes.
Leave your recommendations in the comments wherever you can on our social medias.
We're curious to know.
Yeah, we are.
Recommendations are always welcome. though.
Obviously,
So-
always welcome.
Any excuse to talk about books, bring it on.
Thank you so much for hearing us.
Thank you. Don't forget to follow us on socials and on Fable. And yeah, we want to hear from you. Let's chat about books.
Thanks for listening. Stay tuned.
Thank you. See you next time.
See ya, bestie.
Bye bye, besties.
Bye-bye.